commentary for this map, Map 2 of the final stand of the Terracapra Confederation, with one planet left. They have a 5v5 here on TSA planes. Aerodani Light Horse, playing as the Duchy of Small, is already up 1-0, so they're looking to go up 2-0 here. You can see that this is a wide open map, lots of water. Interesting fact is that this map is actually TSA New Roland, just without the city on it. Zoidberg, the drop commander, has taken a Hollander. Vivisector also in a Hollander. Dolarich is in an Ares light tank. And bringing up the rear, PN City in a Uller Prime. This campaign is a best out of 5, so the first team to come up with 3 victories on 3 maps takes the campaign. Looks like they've got pretty good range here with most of these mechs. They should be able to hit from at least 600 to 700 out, perhaps longer depending on the variants that these are. I think that might be PPC or Gauss. That might be a heavy Gauss. Both teams did have the option to take a VTOL or an aerospace on this map. The weight limits and BV limits were very tight though, so it would have taken up a lot of their drop list. So you can see this team has decided to stay on the ground. They're deciding to stay in this position here. I can see pretty good ways around the map. Skynet Harry and a LRM Harasser covering his team's advance. Burner and a Ryakin. Ben and a Uziel. Shezar and a Shadowcat. And Vic Viper and Solitaire. Solitaire and the Harasser are staying behind. Ben jumping up. This map is large, but the playable area is not terrible. We should have contact at some point during the 30-minute allotment. See that Zoidberg is leading his team up near the enemy base. Turrets are disabled because of the league mode. So they're just trying to see if they are still over here. See that Vivisector's a ways behind everybody. So they're pretty spread out there. You can see Harry and Vic are up in the water, and Harry might have just flipped. If so, this is it's not impossible to get out of this, but it is a little bit difficult with this particular model. He's going to move around. As long as he's not moving in a circle, he should be fine. Fortunately, he's in deep enough water that it'll be hard for his teammates to get him unstuck, so this will have to be up to him to do it. There he goes, he's moving in a pretty good line there. Here Vic moving up to try and help a little bit. Think he's got it. And there you go. Nice job, Harry. Got unstuck there. So it looks like they're over here in the water, in the river. They've got to be pretty split off. That's Burner and Ben. Ben and Burner's team split off a little bit here. He has the Harasser and the Solitaire covering the high ground. Well, they're down there on the other bank of the river. And jump jetting to try and get some visual. So we can see where they're at now. Over here in the water up by the dropship almost. We've got the teams going long distance here. Each team trying to use their range advantage if they can. Perhaps they're trying to cover Burner while he moves up a bit. Oh no, he's charging in a bit. Probably can take a lot of damage, but team's just trading it around us right now. Ben telling him to back the heck up. It looks like get some distance. The harasser's pulling off now as well. We're somewhere about 10, 13 minutes into the 30-minute match. See Ben's telling his light assets to stick along the hill, see if they can use their distance, while the rest of them try and move up and do a really long-range flank along the water here. Both teams know what they're taking, both teams know what they're up against. Now they're just adjusting their strategies appropriately. See Vic's really moving in a different direction than the rest of the team. The Skynet's following him in the harasser. Ledberg's keeping his team together, trying to get some height here to be able to see around. Both teams probably dealt some pretty good damage, especially on Burner's Ryakin. They all had equal opportunity to fire at him. Looks like they unloaded a number of LRMs. I'm not seeing any obvious signs of damage here. No smoke, no blown out backs or anything, so both teams look like they're still plenty ready to fight. You can see Skynet Harry and Vic Viper are continuing to move around a bit now. Vic Viper's back is definitely damaged. He's still able to move at full speed, but he'll have to be careful not taking much more damage to the back, otherwise he'll only be able to move at half speed. So that's probably why he and Skynet are trying to stick to distance here. Meanwhile, Burner's moving along the river. He also looks to be fully intact. Ben's back looks like that's also smoking. So Ben and Vic Viper have taken pretty good damage here for this team, as has Chezer. So three of their 5 assets are definitely showing signs of damage. Meanwhile, NV-74 is bringing up the rear here, and PN City's moving up, and it looks like Dola's trying to fire on Vic right now. Vivis Sector also trying to get a shot off, either a Gauss or a heavy Gauss. So they're rushing the light assets for the enemy team. Have 3 in formation, while their other 2 assets are moving up behind. The harasser and the solitaire, well, they want nothing to do with taking on that full group. We can see the teams are trading distance right now. Looks like the Harasser and the Solitaire are to the back of them, of this team. And V looks like he's trying to get a shot off. Zoidberg and PN City are just trying to get some distance. You can see that the enemy team is just on the other side of that hill there. NB-74 is backing up. Now Zoidberg's flanking a bit. Okay, and we have Vic Viper and he split up the forces and they're flanking. Ben and Burner and Cheser are all over here, and then over on that hill we were looking at are Solitaire and the Harasser. Zoidberg wants to take out the Harasser and the Solitaire, so he's moving in their direction while using his 360 torso range to continue to attack the main force. Skynet Harry is trying, and Vic are trying to stick to cover. Vic's sticking to max range. PN City is going to take on Vic. NB-74 is firing off some LRMs at the main group of Ben and Burner's team. Now Zoidberg telling everybody to come back together, and they're going to focus on Ben here. Ben's in the Uzil. He's down. There goes the drop command for Burner's team. Now Skynet Harry's trying to provide missile cover. Doing some hits in Dulrich. NV-74 is moving in to try and take care of the Harasser and the Solitaire. And Burner and Cheser are over there in the center. NV-74 looks like he's firing off some. Their teams are just trading LRMs at this point. Skynet Harry has no backup weapons, only LRMs, so it's going to be NB-74. Skynet's trying to get out of there. It's formed up with Cheser and Burner. Won't be too surprised if Vic's in there as well. So now they're just concentrating on Cheser, it looks like right now. LRMs and Gausses. Okay, Cheser's down. Gives them a 5-3 advantage now, and that Harasser's been firing off missiles all day, so it's probably low on ammo. See, Burner's who took some pretty good punishment earlier is trying to get to cover, and now Zoidberg is telling them to move in and rush. Hi, Pabst.
Yo.
We're just finishing up map 1, and then we'll be doing map 2, probably be about 20 minutes from the end of this map. Still probably going to be another 5 minutes for the end of this particular map.
Cool.
And Burner is heavily damaged now, missing both arms, not much he's going to be able to do. He's trying to draw fire and do some damage, maybe see if he can take out a mech. He's down to his ATM, so PN City will be able to close in and Burner won't be able to do any damage to him. Okay, Burner's down. That'll leave Skynet Harry, who's going to try to stay at a distance, and Vic Viper, whose back was already sore. It's going to be a lot more sore now that he has 5 mechs firing on him. Vic doing the best he can with the Solitaire Prime. He's down. Now Zoidberg's just got to take care of that Harasser, and they'll go up 2-0 for the pivotal turning moment against the TerraCap Confederation's survival in the Chaos March. Skynet Harry trying to keep distance and run to get some missiles going, but there's not a lot he can do, and he's down, and that's it. Aerodani Light Horse and friends take a 2-0 lead for the last remaining planet of the TerraCap Confederation. This is Duelist. We'll see you on the next map.